For decades, the United States has been a nation of enormous sporting power but without global football dominance. The NFL rules Sunday nights, the NBA shapes world culture, the MLB carries the memory of American tradition, and American athletes dominate Olympic stages every 4 years. Yet, the world's most popular sport, soccer, as Americans call it, remained the elusive frontier. But as the 2026 FIFA World Cup approaches, hosted proudly on American soil alongside Mexico, and something larger is growing in the American psyche. This is no longer simply a tournament to be hosted, it has become a generational mission. A national ambition, a quietly burning obsession. America wants to win the 2026 World Cup. And not just want, the United States wants the trophy at any cost. This ambition is not arrogance, it is the confidence of a rising football nation that believes its time has finally come. With the world watching, with billions of fans preparing to tune in, and with the United States playing as a host nation in front of roaring home crowds, the dream of winning is no longer unrealistic, it feels inevitable. This essay explores that journey, the preparation, the strategy, the psychology, the pressure, the politics, the investments, and the extraordinary mindset that shapes America's pursuit of football's most sacred trophy. Chapter 1, A Country Ready for Its Football Revolution: The Transformation of American Soccer Culture. 20 years ago, soccer in the U.S. was often dismissed as a kid's sport, great for youth leagues but not considered a serious path to greatness. That era is gone. American stadiums now shake with MLS fan culture. Youth academies have become world-class. European scouts travel to Texas, California, and New York not for vacation, but to sign America's brightest talents. Children who once idolized Tom Brady or LeBron James now line up for autographs from Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Gio Reyna, Tyler Adams, and the new generation of stars. The shift is real, the passion is real, and 2026 is the culmination of that cultural awakening. A host nation with something to prove. Hosting the World Cup means more than just tourism and sold-out stadiums, it brings psychological warfare. Every host feels the pressure, but for the United States, the pressure is multiplied. The world doubts America's footballing pedigree. Critics predict early elimination. Traditional giants expect dominance, and millions of home fans want to witness history. But pressure has always forged American champions. This time, it may forge the strongest U.S. squad in history. Chapter 2, The New American SUPERTEAM, a squad built for the modern game. The 2026 U.S. men's national team will be the most talented group America has ever assembled. A generation raised in European academies, conditioned by elite tactical systems, world-class coaching environments. Christian Pulisic, the experienced leader, reborn with hunger. Weston McKennie, the engine, fearless and explosive. Tyler Adams, the brain, the general, the tactical commander. Gio Reyna, the creator who sees plays before they exist. Folarin Balogun, the striker the U.S. always needed. Matt Turner, the warrior in goal. Tim Weah, the unpredictable weapon. Anthony Robinson and Serginho Dest, full-backs made for modern football. For the first time in history, the U.S. enters a World Cup with a squad capable of challenging Brazil, Argentina, France, England, Germany, and Spain. The skill gap has shrunk. The athletic gap has flipped in America's favor. And the mental gap, that is where the U.S. is now catching up faster than anyone expected. Chapter 3, The Strategy, a Blueprint for Winning the 2026 World Cup. 1. Youth plus experience equals the perfect blend. The typical World Cup champions squad contains players aged physical and mental prime. The U.S. roster in 2026 fits this profile perfectly. Pulisic, McKennie, Adams, Dest, and Robinson will all hit their peak years right when the tournament begins. This is America's golden generation, and it may be the best timing any U.S. squad has ever had. 2. Tactical evolution. Playing like a modern giant. The old stereotype of American soccer was simple, strong athletes, but not tactical thinkers. That cliché is dead. The 2026 squad will play like a modern powerhouse. High defensive line, rapid transitions, vertical passing, positional rotation, intense pressing, fluid fullback movement, creative midfield channels. This is not a team trying to imitate Europe. This is a team emerging as a new style of its own. World Cup history proves it. Argentina won at home, 1978. France won at home, 1998. Brazil nearly won at home, 1950. South Korea shocked the world at home, 2002. When you host, you gain invisible, unstoppable energy. Imagine 80,000 screaming fans in Los Angeles. 75,000 in New York, 70,000 in Dallas. The entire country turning red, white, and blue. Crowds won't just cheer. If there's one area where the United States always leads the world, it is science, technology, and analytics. The U.S. Soccer Federation is integrating tracking data, sleep science, injury prediction algorithms, heat map movement analysis, real-time performance modeling, customized nutrition, mental resilience programs, opponent-specific tactical algorithms. This is not just football, this is engineering. The philosophy is simple, the American spirit. Why 2026 matters so much. This isn't just a tournament, it's a statement for the United States. Winning the 2026 World Cup is more than sporting glory. It is a message to the world that the U.S. is ready to join football's elite. Americans are tired of hearing, "You'll never win. Soccer isn't your sport, you're outsiders, you don't understand the game." 2026 is the moment to silence that narrative forever. America loves winners. America loves big stages. America loves moments when the entire nation unites behind one flag. In the Olympics, the nation unites. In the Super Bowl, the nation watches. In the NBA Finals, millions celebrate. But in a home World Cup, the country will explode with emotion, energy, and national pride. Millions of new fans will discover the sport. Bars will overflow. Public screenings will fill parks. Flags will wave from cars, homes, buildings. The global football establishment is nervous. Let's be honest. The traditional football powers do not want the United States to rise. They benefit from the old hierarchy. Europe and South America dominate everything. But the U.S. has something that scares them. A massive talent pool, the richest sports infrastructure in the world, cutting-edge analytics, and exploding fanbase, global visibility, world-class athletes. The first 3 matches will determine the psychological momentum. The U.S. aims to dominate possession, score early, showcase high pressing, secure first place in the group. A dominant group stage will send a message to the world. This is not the old USA. This is a contender. The knockout rounds, where legends are born. This is where heroes emerge. Round of 16 testing pressure, quarterfinal, rewriting history, semifinal, entering immortality, final, claiming destiny. Every legendary team faces fear. Every champion fights doubt, but the great ones push beyond both. The 2026 squad believes it can do that. The mindset of champions to win a World Cup. Talent is not enough. You need fire. You need belief. You need refusal to surrender. Every training session becomes a battle. Every tactical meeting becomes a lesson. The U.S. team is building that mentality now. This is not the smiling, friendly American team of the past. This is a hungry, ruthless, ambitious squad determined to seize history. 1. Peak age, golden generation. 2. Home field energy. 3. Elite training infrastructure. 4. Advanced analytics and sports science. 5. Explosive athleticism. 6. European trained stars. 7. A nation united by a dream. 8. Psychological advantage of hosting. 9. A team built around. Imagine the moment. The referee blows the final whistle. The stadium erupts. Players collapse in tears. The American flag waves in every direction. The world watches in disbelief. This is the moment that would change global football forever. Millions of new youth players. Huge investments in academies. MLS skyrocketing in value. America becoming a permanent football powerhouse. A cultural revolution across the country. And the world realizing, the United States is now a football superpower. America does not expect this trophy. America is coming for it. This is not about arrogance, this is about ambition, passion, and national pride. Winning the 2026 World Cup would be the greatest sporting achievement in American history. The journey will not be easy. There will be giants to face. There will be critics to silence. There will be moments of fear, tension, and doubt. But champions rise in those moments. And in 2026, on American soil, with millions cheering and history, the engine of a dream, how the U.S. is building the most advanced football system in the world. The pursuit of the 2026 World Cup trophy did not begin overnight. It began quietly, strategically, and meticulously almost a decade ago, inside training centers, research labs, sports science departments, and meeting rooms across the country. While many nations rely on tradition, America relies on innovation. Where Europe leans on heritage, America leans on technology. Where South America this difference isn't a weakness anymore. It is the new American advantage. The multi-billion-dollar investment. American soccer has seen an explosion of investment rarely witnessed in global sports. MLS has grown from a modest league to one of the fastest rising in the world. Corporations have poured money into academies, sponsoring children's development programs at unprecedented scale. State-of-the-art facilities have opened in Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, California, and Georgia, training compounds that rival the best in Europe. Clubs like FC Dallas, Philadelphia Union, LA Galaxy, New York Red Bulls, and Real Salt Lake now run European-style pipelines feeding elite national team talent. This is not random growth. This is an industrial infrastructure, built to win. B. The U.S. soccer talent pipeline. The youth pipeline now produces faster athletes, more tactically intelligent midfielders, technically clean full-backs, European-ready strikers, keepers trained with modern reflex reaction systems. A key turning point came when American players began leaving for Europe early: Pulisic, Dest, McKennie, Reyna, Musa, Balogun, and more. This generation grew not in isolation, but inside the crucible of Champions League environments. These young Americans didn't just learn football, they learned the mentality of winning. Now they return home in 2026 as leaders, not prospects. Great World Cup teams share one trait: a collective belief that borders on obsession. Argentina believed in Messi, France believed in its golden generation, Germany in its structure, Italy in its defensive mastery. America's belief in 2026 goes deeper. It is the belief that we belong here. We can win this. This mentality did not exist in 2010, 2014, or 2018. It is a new psychological identity.